Hello and welcome, Pocket Watch here, and it's about time for another episode of IO. Let's continue the story, but before this, yeah, I was wrong about Lem and Mutski and stuff, and this is more complicated than I thought. So, first of all, I forgot that Mutski said that she doesn't know why Moon affects Lem. So, that's the first thing. Okay, so, yeah, I forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me this. Also, she apparently left Lem, right? And she was like walking around the Babylon on her own. And after this, Mutski met the goofy Lem that we see in the Babylon. But her personality changed after she saw the rosary that Enlil gave to Mutski. This is like, I don't know. I just cannot like get my head around this info, but yeah, I was wrong about like Mutski like on the moon affecting like Lem or whatever. She doesn't know why. So yeah, I think like that's the most important part. Lem told Mutski some weird backstory about the first IC and his girlfriend, which inspired Mutski to do whatever she's doing. Okay. Anyway, complicated, just like IO. Let's continue. We are at the party after beating Andras, or at least like, well, he escaped, but we planted him with some spyware, so that's good. Another toast to our gun victory, yeah. Jesus, that was so loud. It's been a while since I've recorded IO. Since you successfully suppressed Andras, gave him his desserts and saved Mika, we decided to celebrate with a toast at our own favorite manjiaki joint, Michizuki. Toka specialty mainly popular among young women. You are presented with butter and various uncooked ingredients. Oh, that's what it's called. Oh, okay. Which you made a mix according to your liking. It's similar to okonomiyaki, a Japanese dish similar to a pancake with various ingredients mixed in. But like okonomiyaki, you must never let it solidify. It means to be eaten in a semi-fluid state. Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize like this game is so loud in recording. I will just like adjust this later in the editing. I don't know, like it's been a while since I've recorded. I'm still not like fully back on schedule, so I don't know if this episode is actually going to be on schedule or not. Why did I increase the voice? Wait, what? Is this because music was too loud? Maybe? Anyway.
お、気が利くね。じゃ、駆けつけ3杯といきますか？
Wow. Amy takes the empty glass and fills it to the brim.
こぼれちゃうじゃない。
I rush in to suck up the foam, and then I check out the rest.
いい気
She can drink.
さすがリーダー、いい飲みっぷりですね。
Yeah, seems like it.
分。先輩、これってオレンジジュースですよね。
Are you sure? I assume she's that Ishtar is so like how old is Ishtar? We don't know, right? I assume like she's like I mean she's like working basically, right? Like she like I mean okay, this is like shady company. I mean company, like this is just a group. But they have contracts and stuff, so I assume she's adult already.
そうだけど、どうかしたの？
We're all okay, never mind then. We're all underage here, so alcohol will be illegal for us. Criminal practices strict discipline. Okay. So... Okay, so I was wrong. So what? Like, she's like at Hinata's age or something? Like, they're all in similar ages? Like, I think like Hinata was like, what, 17 or something? Or 16? I forgot.
なんかビール飲んでるみたいですよ。だって今日はそんな気分でしょ？
しかし、ジュースで酔っ払った気分って。
そんなの勢い勢い。
So, how did you make foam out of orange juice? Like, what do you mean?
おやおや、タルちゃんたち、ずいぶんご機
おばちゃん、今日は仕事がうまくいってさ。
そりゃよかったじゃないか。はい、ご注文のイカスミ麻婆。
待ってました。
リーダーそういうの好きですよね。
何か文句でも？コウスケくんは嫌いなの？
あ、いやそうじゃないけどさ、たまにはこうエビとか牛肉とか普通のものも
Okay.
食べたいな。
もんじゃに普通なんてないわよ。それにこれも美味しいんだからいいじゃないの。
まあまあ、そういうこうちゃんのため、
うわー、海鮮デラックスじゃないですか。
これは私からのお祝い。
いいの？やったー。だからおばちゃん大好き。
This is very standard scene, I would say. This is like one of these scenes that gives you like a little bit of briefing between like stuff happening.
今後ともごひいきに。
じゃあ今日はみんな
Just pose common tropes.
食べよう。
Set in front of us, on either side, are rows of ingredients of all colors, all waiting for us with their savory scents, all contrasting with each other and with jet black squid ink monja. Okay, monjaki. Yeah.
今回のクリミナルの最優先任務はこの鉄板平原に生地の湖を形成し、美味しそうな具たちを湖の
Sure.
体内に回収することよ。
ガッテン。
無駄口叩いてないでさっさと混ぜる。
へいへい、あらよっと。はっ。ほい。
Okay. They're so excited about this.
その調子。
I scrape up the edge and bring it to my mouth. The rich, salty taste of the squink ink Dao Ban Jiang, Jesus. The light fluffiness of the tofu and crunch texture of the cauterized butter.
やっぱりここのもんじゃはうまいぞ。
あ、リーダー、何一人で食べ始めてるんですか。
あ、バレた？
Okay.
ユミもユミも。そうね、そろそろ食べ頃かも。コウスケは作る専門ね。
なんで？
海鮮もいいわね。
Butter with dashi and sauce really brings out the flavor of shrimp, squid, and scallops. Also about about me replaying the same road or going straight into the next one. Apparently it depends, and I think I should do whatever I want, I guess. It's not just a simple answer, apparently. I'm very curious, like, how the end game of this game basically is, you know? Because there's 100% some kind of, like, true road to this, you know? I mean, we have, like, 30-something endings. And we have, like, this, like, whole, like, death frag circle. I guess, like, we have to complete all of this or something.
ってそれ、おばちゃんが俺のために持ってきてくれたやつですよ。
男なら細かいことは気にしなさんな。
あんたら本当に仲がいいね。
違いますよ。
Okay. Sorry, I have to take my little fun closer. I would die out of heat otherwise. Or so they say, but they pipe down just like that.
美味しかった。やっぱもんじゃはここに限るね。ほんと、思わず食べ過ぎちゃってお腹がパンパンです。
俺、もう一つ頼もうかな。
Okay, now it's too cold. What the fuck? Stop. Okay, I'll just bounce off the air from the wall. Okay, should be better. Mm-hmm.
まだ食べるの？コウスケくん、相変わらずすごい食欲だよね。
食欲があるのは元気な証拠。人間健康なのが一番だよ。
そうですね。ユミもそう思います。
Okay.
悩んでた件も一件落着したし、これで一安心よね。本当にやっと安心して仕事に打ち込めます。
仲間として当然のことをしたまでさ。
困った時は助け合いの精神
Oh yeah, power of friendship. Let's go.
これでまたミカと張り合えるってもんだしね。
Each member cooperates and help each other out. It's like second nature to criminal. It makes me proud. Everyone really growing up.
問題も解決したことだし、この調子で ードも一網打尽にするよ。
Okay. Asami's already set her sights on her next target. True, that is a problem. I'd like to settle sooner rather than later, but we're dealing with terrorists here. I need to remind her of that.
無理は禁物。一人で突っ走っちゃダメ。
Like, this is actually serious stuff. This is not some random creep like Andras. You're talking about, like, actual, like, cyber terrorist organization. Like, if they find you when you try to hack them, they just, like, fry you instantly, probably. They will not play around. Also, apparently, he is working with them. How do you deal with this guy? This guy just, like, nullified all of your attacks and he didn't even sweat.
そうだぞサミゾウ。俺たちはチームなんだから、やるときはみんなでやろうぜ。
And he almost fried you before. That too. He probably could, like, just kill you instantly, but he, like, you know, just bounced back your attack or whatever that was, right? And you survived because of this.
こればかりはコウスケに賛成ね。ユミも一緒にが。みんな。もう、わかったわ。
I don't know, you do seem like you would.
なんかしません。よしよし、いいか。
Embrace Masami and pat her on the head.
あの、
Okay. I'm glad to have strong, mature friends by my side, but my real intention here is is to not put anyone in danger anymore.
おばちゃん、ごちそうさま。
みんなまたおいでよね。たっぷりサービスしてあげるからね。
はい、本当に美味しかったです。
いやー、食った食った。
あんた食べ過ぎ。あれからまたもんじゃ一人で2枚も追加して。そのうち牛になるわよ。
なんだと？
もうなってる。
We just came here for lunch, but it's already well past sunset by the time we step foot out of the store. Oh, that's awkward.
まあ、今日はお祝いの席だし、残業はなしということで、現地解散といたしますか。そうね。ユミはまた本屋に寄っていくの？うん。今日は欲しかったチャペック童話選集の発売日だし。
ユーミンはほんと本好きだな。
So, let me know, like, do you think, like, it would be a disaster if I, like, instead of, like, going with, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, like, you know, roads, right? Like, I picked Hinata for the beginning because it was just first and whatever, right? What if, like, I would go with the last one? Would that be a disaster? I'm very curious. If I would, like, start the game, my first road would be the last one. Really like books, yeah, okay.
あなたも少しは見習いなさい。なんじゃ、その鳴き声は。じゃあ、みんなで寄っていきませんか？そうしましょうか、先輩。そうね、たまにはいいかもね。
Okay.
ありがとうございました。
I was skimming through some technical texts while waiting for Mayumi to pick out her book, but...
まったく、少しは勉強する気はないのかしら。
だって字ばかり並んでるのを見るとつい眠くなるんだよ。
Kosuke haven't moved at all from the manga corner, which doesn't seems to please Masami at all.
ミカもなんか買ってなかった？ええ、ボードレールのパリの優秀ですけ
The
ど、
hell is that?
先輩も読みますか？今は残念です。三分子の原点と言われる。
Sure, whatever. Sounds a little too refined for my taste.
ミカゾウはどうするつもりなんだ？
私は今日は家に帰ります。
Okay.
え、そうなの？もしかしてまた
Yeah,
何か隠し事して
you
るわ
hide
けじゃ
last
ないの
time.
ね。
I made that easy, since she's done it before, so I need to make sure.
いえ、安心してください。久しぶりに書店に行って家の本が懐かしくなっただけですから。
Read a bunch of
読み返
things.
してみます。
Jesus.
うちにもいっぱい置いていかなかったっけ？あれでもまだ3分の1くらいです。
Oh my god.
あれ以上持っていくと先輩の部屋が埋まっちゃい。
Okay. It's a little too hard for me to imagine all those books. But whatever, it doesn't look like she's hiding anything at least. It doesn't look like she's regained all of her usual cheerleader.
わかった。それじゃあみんなまた。
I see everyone off, and for the first time in a long time, have a refreshing solitary walk back. Okay, night. Invisible files. Okay, digging to some secrets, I see. Today, all members returned to their respective homes. Jesus. Leaving me with the rare night to myself. The room is saturated with the silence, save for the melody of the water droplets. It's not bad at all to have some alone time, every now and then, to enjoy mature ambient soundtrack.
あれこんな時間に誰だろ
At the convenience store box lunch for dinner, so it's not like they're here to retrieve the tableware parcel delivery?
うはいはい
Okay, who's there? I connect my room monitor to the front door surveillance camera. Reflected on screen is...
こうちゃん
Oh! He doesn't look happy. So what happened? He's terribly tattered.
リーダー、夜遅くにごめん。今夜だけでいいんで。
Interesting.
くれませんか?
You're not feeling safe? Huh. His face is swollen from some... Oh! Okay. From someone hitting him. His whole body's soaked since he's been out without an umbrella. Interesting.
それは構わないけどどうしたのその格好ちょっと待って
Huh. What happened?
一体何があったの
Exactly.
それは
He seems to be in some sort of situation.
まあいいわ話は後とにかくまずは熱いシャワーでも浴びて
すいません。
I hurried to the washroom for the bath towel and to drape it over his head.
ほらさっさと温まっておいで
Hmm. Who beat you? Beaten you like that? Kosuke wipes his body apologetically and disappears into the bathroom. He must be frozen to the core. I should prepare a warm drink for him. Maybe Andras like described him and like code like sent someone after him or something. I don't know. I guess coffee will do. I'm pretty sure the stuff should be on this shelf.
あれどこだ
It should be here. Why can't I find it? I always get Yumi or Mika to prepare it, so there has to be some. Where that can... Here. Oh wait, this is cocoa. Okay. No, what I was planning on, but I can't find the coffee, so...
まあこういう時はこっちの方がいいよね
I don't know if this is important or not, but I mean like if Yumi and Mika preparing this usually, so they probably can like, I mean they could like put the can of coffee somewhere else, you know, and you just can't find it. Like this is like a simple explanation. They just like misplaced it somewhere else. Maybe they were in a hurry. I mean, like like lately a lot of stuff happened, and Mika was especially out of place when they were eating and stuff. So she could like misplace this. Otherwise, I don't know how it's relevant. I guess cocoa is better. Okay. Ask myself for approval. Approval granted. First, let's take out the mug. Ah, pretty sure I can just put the cocoa powder in here and then fill it with hot water. I don't want it to get cold, so I guess I should do that once Kosuke gets out of the bath. Tell me, there are two schools to make cocoa powder. Which one is you? Are you filling it with hot water, or are you filling this with milk? Which one? Tell me. Personally, I would use milk. I filled the can of cocoa above the cup and... Oh, nuts, I've really done it now. Huh. The cup gets half buried in powder, as does the surrounding area of the table.
やっぱ慣れないことするとろくなことないな
You're terrible at this.
今度ユミにココアの入れ方くらい聞いておこう
What do you mean teach you how to prepare cocoa? Like you just like whole can of this like into the... Like, how do you even do that? Like... What the hell? There are limits to clumsiness. I tearfully scoop up several spoonfuls from the cup. You have spoon, so you could just take a spoon of it to the cup. Like, what do you mean? Tearfully scoop up several spoonfuls from the cup and return it to the can. As for the powder on the table, too much of the bother. I just suck it up with the hand cleaner. But still, I wonder what happened to Kosuke. He wouldn't come to my place if it weren't just any fight. Yeah. Which can only mean one thing. I glanced at the clock. Kosuke been in the bathroom for about 20 minutes. I can still hear the shower, no signs of stopping. Kosuke's probably crying. Ooh. But he probably doesn't want me to see him like that, so he's just trying to wash it all away. Well, that's the sort of impression I get at least. He may act differently than Shinizuka Double, but he usually doesn't try to put on any airs around me. This is probably what they call a man's spirit. Well, let's just wait for him. The night's still young. I've got plenty of time to hear his story. Yeah, like, what happened to him to make him in this state? And to make him come back here?
Ah, いいお湯でした。
Kosuke finally comes out of the bathtub. I pour the hot water into the cocoa powder. As I'm pouring from the pot, I shouldn't have to worry about scalding myself as long as I'm careful.
はいこれ
I hand Kosuke the hot cocoa I slaved over.
ああ、すいません。
Kosuke takes a tiny sip from the cup.
どうやら人心地ついたみたいね
Did Reinhardt beaten you, Ren?
ありがとうございます。だいぶ落ち着きました。
He smiles feebly, probably because of his swollen face.
それで一体どうしたの誰かと喧嘩でもした
ええ。親父とちょっと。
Oh, that was family quarrel, okay. Huh. Just as I suspected. Well, I had him pinned down as 50-50 on whether he'd be honest about it or not.
親父の権限をちょっと使わせてもらって、こっぴどく叱られたんだ。
Oh, okay. Yeah, like his dad is like some important figure in the Cyberforce, right? If I remember correctly. Okay.
お父さんの権限ってなんだっけ
I ask with a cherubic look on my face. Kosuke just hung his head and refuses to speak. Looks like he's unsure whether or not to continue. Finally, Kosuke looks up.
みんなには内緒にしてたんだけど、俺の親父、
Yeah,
サイバーフォースなんだ。
we got to know this, right? How would I know this otherwise? It seems like he's just saying them to this now. So I just figured it out like from like random clues in dialogue like before they didn't knew this. I bet they knew.
私は知ってた
Yeah, that was like pretty obvious. Kosuke's eyes pops open at my nonchalant response. But after quicker consideration, he begins to lightly scratch his head.
ああ、たく、かなわないな、リーダーには。
Ah, looks like he's so right for me too. We look each other in the face and exchange some awkward laughter. And eventually, Kosuke regains all his resolve and begins to speak again.
親父はものすごく厳格で、家のことにはことさら厳しかった。だからうちには笑いなんていうものはなきに等しかった。
Yeah, doesn't sound nice.
でもおじいちゃんが大好きだった。ユーモアがあってお話が大好きで、おじいちゃんのおかげで俺は
Nice.
明るくやってこれたんだと思う。
Cool grandpa.
そうだったの
うちの親父もおじいちゃんぐらい寛容だったらよかった。
それで何があったの
気づいていたと思うんですけど、この間の犯罪者リスト、親父の机から拝借してきたんだ。
Okay.
それが今日、俺が持ち出したのがバレて。
それでお父さんはどうし
The son of the Cyberforce had leaked intel. Oh yeah, that's bad. I can somewhat guess what the consequences would be like.
親父は理由も聞かずに俺をぶっ飛ばしたよ。お前はどんなことをしているのかわ。
そう
There's nothing more I can say. Regardless of the details, I'm indirectly responsible for the leakage of classified information. I could very well be charged with felony if I'm not careful. I gave our team the name criminal as a consistent warning of how close we are to committing those sorts of crimes, but... Kosuke puts down the mug, with hands shaking ever so lightly.
危険なこと、悪いことをしたのは分かってる。でも、 帝を守るためにどうしても
He's a
必
good
要な
guy.
ことだった。
うん。
親父に殴られようが理解されなかろうが、リーダーの言う本当の意味でのクリミナルの思想を貫きたかった。
ネットが正常であること、そして正しくあることは世界があるべき姿でいるためにとても大事なこと。それは時として人命に優先される。
Okay. That's Criminal's Creed I mentioned whenever I get a chance. And this is how Kosuke put into practice his own interpretation of those words. It takes all I have to resist the urge to hug him
リーダーっ
close.
てサイバーフォースのブラックリストの中でずっとグレーゾーンに登録されているんですね。あのファイルで知りました。
Okay. I mean, obviously. Like, makes sense. I don't silently.
俺をクリミナルに入れたのは、もしかしたら警察の息子だから加えておけば多少は捕まりにくくなるだろうという立場的な理由だけなのかもしれない。
If anything, he would be treated as like double agent from Cyberforce. The reason we invited Kosuke was because he seems like someone who could provide sufficient backup. But I couldn't completely deny the reason he mentioned either. Okay, I see.
でも俺だってメンバーとして俺にしかやれないこと。
Kosuke suddenly looks me in the
俺
face.
は男としてメンバーとしてリーダーを永遠にグレーゾーンまででとどめ、ブラックゾーンに落とさない義務がある。
He places his hand to his chest like a knight swearing an oath before a
ク
princess.
リミナルは俺が守る。できる限りの力を尽くし
Hell yeah, let's go.
こうちゃん。
Those words strike the tips of my heart.
こうちゃん。
Aww. Before I realize it, I'm swept by emotion, like always, and embrace him. Kochan pats me on the back as if to soothe me.
こうちゃん、一緒に頑張ろうね。
はい。
This moment marks the birth of the criminal's lone night. Okay. Oh. I could just continue this fragment last episode. That was like
ここって
27
望月のある通りですよね。
recovery. Okay, let's see.
そうそう。あそこからはほんとすぐなのよ。
We're not here to eat Monja today. We're here to introduce Nergal to that new customer I promised him. That is to Masami. Okay.
ほら、ここよ。死の十字路って、これ、ジャンクショップじゃないですか。
Yeah, and have underground.
うん、表向きはね。まあ、見た目は怪しいかもしれないけど、ついでに店主は怪しい。まあ、リーダーの推薦ですから。ヤッホー。
イシュトルが待ってたぞ。
約束通り、電脳修理のお客さんよ。篠塚まさみです。よろしくお願いします。
ああ、よろしく。早速だが、お嬢ちゃんはここに必要事項を記入しておいてくれ。
Okay. Nergal takes some medical records like printout of the documents folder and hands it to Hamasami.
でも、本当に助かりました。電脳って合法スレスレだから、普通のお医者さんじゃ見てもらえないし、入れたのは海外だったから。
Was it mentioned that this is borderline illegal before the biocomputers? I don't think it was mentioned. Or I just forgot. Implant to the human allowing data. Connection to the brain, surgical operation. High degree of difficulty, but it's by no means impossible. However, the procedure is not approved. Oh, okay. Okay, I see. So it was mentioned before. Necessitating the use of the overseas doctor or the black ally doctor. Okay, so this is not approved just in Japan. Okay. Reject or mental disorders or even death can occur. Okay. Yeah. Masami quickly fills out the form and hands it back to Nergal as she speaks.
腕はともかく、あまり程度の良くないところでつけたんだろう。故障してなくとも、もともと調整が必要だ。
Okay.
ここは違うんですか？
有料だが、 アフターサポートもきっちりしてる。うん。他に問題はなしと。
Okay.
右手奥にドアがあるから中で待っててくれ。
So if anything going to happen after the procedure, you can like go meet him and like adjust stuff, okay?
オッケー。さ、行きましょう、サミ。はい。
I'm going to see the procedure. Okay. The inner room looks like a lab. Sure gives the junk shop facade a whole new layer of sketchiness.
へえ。あの店の奥に。ほんとね。これだけ広々としてるんだったら、店舗の方をもうちょっと
余計なお世話だ。さて、お嬢ちゃんはそこに横になってくれ。
Asami lies down on the examination table as told. The girl puts the latex gloves, promptly opens up her biocomputer's maintenance hatch, and peeks inside. Oh, so this is not... Okay, I assumed these biocomputers are like deeper in your brain. But you have actually hatch on the outside. Okay, I see. I mean... Okay, like I thought like they like connect like just without cables and stuff. But seems like you can just attach this like... So this is like outside of your head actually. And you can like attach a cable probably to the computer or something as well. Outside of being like just Wi-Fi basically. Okay. So my impression was wrong. I thought like it's deeper in your brain, you need like operate it in general. But it's just like implanted on the outside of the brain and it's like, I mean, on the brain basically. But you have a hatch to it and everything. Okay, I see.
主要回線が3本と、CPU が焼き切れたか。これで脳に衝撃がいかなかったってのは安全装置の出来とそれに運が良かったんだな。
Okay.
そんなに悪いんですか？
I'm visibly frustrated. I knew how bad it was beforehand, but kept silent as no disruptor.
としてる部分が神経との接合部にかなり近い。もしそっちに火花が飛んでたら、命があったかどうか微妙なところだ。
Damn. Yeah, by computerization it brings constant risk of danger. That's why I hold back Sami's recklessness. Hopefully this will send a message to her to collect herself a little.
幸いメモリには障害はないようだ。
Yeah.
修理といってもパーツの交換だけだから安心しな。
Okay. With that said, Nargo begins preparations. About half of biocomputers is connected to nerves, so biocomputer repair and maintenance has a surgical aspect to
麻
it.
酔はいらないな。お嬢ちゃん、心の準備はいいか。
You sure we don't need any anesthesia for this? Are you sure? Are you sure we don't need anesthesia?
心配するな。脳にはもともと痛覚がない。麻酔の副作用の方が有害だ。
Okay. I don't know how it works in real life. I think like they use like the local anesthesia only, I think. I mean, there's like, I mean, yeah, like in real life also, there's like, if like there's like operation on the brain, they keep you awake, or at least like in some cases, I'm not sure if always or in some cases, but yeah, like if you are like unconscious under anesthesia, then if they do something wrong, they cannot see it. But if like you suddenly like, I don't know, stop speaking, and they know, oh fuck, we cannot do that, right, or something like that. I don't know how this exactly works, but yeah, I know that people are kept like awake when there's like brain surgery, so I guess it makes sense. Yeah, okay, Nargo, that's true. Yeah, now when I think about this.
まさか拒絶反応抑制剤も使わないんですか？
Immunosuppressants as well. Okay. That's what I like to ask. Every hospital and faculty doctor uses immunosuppressants for cybernetics procedures.
お嬢ちゃんくらいサイバーウェアの適合性が高いなら、そんなものは必要ない。
Oh, okay. And you can say that she have high affinity for cyberware just by looking at her? You mean, you know, David from Cyberpunk also thought he's special. Nargo suddenly starts talking of his surgical gloves. taking off. Okay.
いきなりどうしたの？
俺の腕が信用できないって言うんなら帰ってもらおう。
Okay. So he decided that the gloves will do more harm than good.
そんな。
That's Nergal pride. Hurt that pride and everything will come to nothing.
サミちゃん、ネルガルはできないことをできるとは言わない。その彼ができると断言してるのだから心配。わかりました。それじゃあ、おね。
そうかい。
Okay. With an extremely disappointed look on his face, he slowly starts replacing his latex gloves.
分かったってなら改めて始める。イシュタルは俺の代わりに店番をしていてくれ。
Backup.
商品の説明ぐらいできるだろう。
Okay.
はいはい、わかりました。
Okay.
じゃあこっちはお任せあり。
This is one of those times when you just can't refuse your good old friends. All still, and still I drive right in, pounding my chest in pride.
サミのことよろしくね。
任せとけ。
リーダー。
Masami looks at me with the moist eyes. I guess despite outward appearances, things really get scary when you get down to them.
大丈夫。私が知る限り、ネルガルが一度でもヘマをや
Why
らか
this
した
is
ことはない。
this is foreshadowing somehow.
大船に乗った気持ちでいて。
Why I feel like this is just said so, like we can say that saying, first time for everything is going to be true here. Oh god.
俺はお前の知らないところでもミスしたことはないぞ。
だってさ、わかりました。よろしく。
First time for everything, I swear. I wave goodbye to Masami lying on the operation table and head off to tend the shop for the first time in what seems like forever. Like I don't remember now. Did Masami came back in Hinata Road? I don't think so. Right? Like she was like ill from what Yumi said, right, to Hinata, and then that she woke up, the medicine worked, like she said to Hinata. But maybe she was just hiding Sami's death or something, you know? I'm already killing her, huh? Okay, let's see. Okay, she's trading.
使えない代物。さすがお客さん、お目方。はい、ありがとうございます。
はい、終わったぞ。
Oh, after 2 hours, Nergal finally comes out from the back room.
本当？ありがとう。
オペは完璧だ。今すぐストップしながらでも帰ってもらったって結構だ。
Never mind, she's alive.
ほいほーい。
I cheerfully head off to meet Masami.
サミ、私がわかる？リーダー。
Okay, something's wrong. Masami sits up when she hears my voice, but loses her balance.
おってて。
I support Masami by the back so she doesn't fall over. I thought Nergal didn't use any anesthetics, so what's going on? Masami looks kinda half asleep. Her expression makes her resemble her sister Mayumi a little more than usual, which is somewhat strange.
あれはリアルだったの？それとも夢？
She says something ambiguous without showing any change in her expression.
どうしたの？
手術中にレム睡眠に入っちまって、
Oh, okay.
まだ夢とリアルがごっちゃになってる。
Okay. Nergal laughs in astonishment.
一人の女の人が私の脳内に現れたんです。
Okay.
え？
Did someone hack their way in through the network?
大丈夫？乗っ取られたりしなかった？
ここは完全に電波を遮断するシェルターになってる。そんなことは物理的にありえない。
Okay.
その人、彼が与えたこの傷、許してやってね。
What?
と言って、私の頭を撫でてくれて。
So whoever showed up to her can like go through like these walls that like Nergal said is like physically impossible to like do anything through this. And she knows he. And their encounter. Okay, Who have you seen? Who knows he? He didn't do it out of malicious intent. I mean, yeah, like he was just like annoyed by your fireballs.
そしたら電脳の切れてる場所がどんどん治っていったの。
Oh, and she healed you apparently, or was it Nergal? Nergal frowns and points his chin towards the inner part of the
だ
room.
ったら彼女に礼を言っとくんだな。
Okay. There's the inner part of the room, sits a giant tank. Does he mean someone's inside there? Oh! Oh! Oh, wait, what?
どうも。
Wait,
ございました。
so we have someone asleep in like cryopod here that can buy a computer and can like connect to whoever have a procedure? She's like a friend of Nergal, maybe his wife or whatever? What? And how does she know about he and like what happened? What? Masami both ties her head to the side and bows it towards the tank. That instant I almost swear I heard a bubbling sound echo from inside the tank. What the fuck? Can we go and see this? That's when I reached towards the rosary at my chest.
さて、ダン。
Are you serious?
電脳復活だね。おめ
You,
でとう。
you really did not go and check what the hell was inside? I'm frustrated now. You can't do this. You cannot do this. Why? Like... I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed. Worst scene, worst game ever. Well done. Looks like safety here again. Okay. We leave Nergal's shop and head back to the apartment where everyone waits.
そうですね。
For some reason, Masame's expression doesn't clear up.
どうしたの？どこか調子が悪いの？いえ、ただひといい、さっきの女性といい、ネットには常人をはるかに超越した私が太刀打ちできないほど凄腕のハッカーが何人もいるんだなって。
Okay. Yeah. That's a good realization. I see. For someone as proud as Masami, the realization that they're owned by a computer as a potential victim for interference must be quite humiliating.
それに比べて私なんか。
Masami bites her lip out of chagrin.
こんな自分は本当はゴミみたいなものじゃないの？ねえリーダー、私
Okay,
本当に
that development is bad. This may like really harm her skills. You know? She's been like counterpart for Yumi. And she's now doubting herself a lot. Even though her skills are still like amazing. I bring Masami into a gentle embrace.
何言ってるの？当然じゃない。全員揃って初めて天下無敵のクリミナルなんだから。リーダー。
Yeah. Masami buries her face in my chest. Her shoulders shiver ever so slightly.
サミほど切れるアタッカーはいないよ。だからさ、一緒にまたネットに潜ろう。
I'm actually scared that she's going to, like, you know, there's going to be a job they're going to do and she's like going to hesitate with attack or something. She's going to have like doubts that if this is going to even like work, like, am I good enough? I feel like this change might be for the worse. She was reckless before, but I don't know. Yeah, it's okay. Cry it all out. You're not alone. Your friends are with you. We can get through this together. Or we are united as a team. Though the fun times and the rough, we've gone through this all together. They're each an inseparable part of a single entity.
みんな、ただいま。
Okay. Extraction compression. Okay, sure.
先輩、サミちゃん、お帰りなさい。無事に戻ったよ。
The very first to greet us is Mika. A little bit later, Koska suddenly pops up from inside.
ようサミゾウ、新しい脳の具合はどうだ？ちょっとは賢くなった。
私はコウスケとは違って IQ は高いんだよーだ。
Okay, she still seems to have the same vigor as before.
へいへい、そうっすかそうっすか。
そうよ。もっともっとパーフェクトになったサミちゃんに狂気乱舞なさい。
Okay.
それはローランドゴリラ。私も負けていられないわね。
Things really get hectic when everyone's around, huh? Huh? Wait a minute. Where's Mayumi? Doesn't she know her sister is back? Oh, there she is, spacing out in front of the computer at the dining table. Looks like she's so focused she didn't notice our return. That reminds me, it's usually Masami who takes the leadership of the computer, isn't it? Yeah. Since the older one wasn't around today, it's the younger one that turns to focus on the
ユ
net.
ミちゃん、ただいま。
I walk next to the table, and Mayumi finally looks up.
おかえりなさいリーダー。お姉ちゃんの電話どうでした？もうバッチリ。すっかり復帰したわ。そうですか。よかった。
Mayumi looks genuinely pleased, as if the news were for her and not her sister. She must really love her.
そうそう。今ネットで見つけたんですけど、
Oh,
ヒーが
what about he? Yeah, this is important. Despite Masami merrymaking at the entrance, her highly tuned senses elect a response. She rushes over towards Mayumi and...
電脳も治ったことだし、久しぶりに思いっきりダイブするぞ。ユミ、ちょっとパソコン貸して。
We're about to talk about he. You just stopped us. What did you found? You found this on the net, but what he did? What he did? Something like that's like publicly visible in general. He didn't hide this, whatever he did. If you can find it on the net. The computer switches over to Masami's hands in the blink of an eye.
ユミちゃん、それで？
Mayumi shifts her eyes to the monitor she had been using, but the screen had already changed. Looks like Masami had already opened another link.
そうだ。ジュース切らしちゃったようなので、ユミが買ってきますね。あと、今日の夕食の材料も
Huh.
ついでだから揃えてきます。
Okay. I guess Yumi just realized that her sister doesn't want to hear or talk about he, so she just switched topic. Okay, out of consideration for her sister, I can see that. But when she's not around, we can when she's not around, we could talk about this probably, right? Yeah, I can see. Okay.
あ、うん。いえいえ。じゃあ、行ってきますね。
Especially when he is the one who like fried her by a computer and she's like fresh from the surgery. Yeah.
お、今日はユーミンの手料理か。楽しみだな。
今回はお姉ちゃんの回帰祝いだからバーってやるね。
おお、そうこなくっちゃ。
Okay. She seems like she's trying to avoid something in a hurry. Yeah, talking about he. For whatever reason. What he did. This might be important, like what he did. If she found this on the net, then we can find it as well. Like, let's just dive in. Just what was Mayumi trying to say? I'm sure it had something to do with he, but... Mayumi had found something on her last visited page. As soon as Masami had closed it, she lost a chance to speak. Something like that, anyway. Oh well. It's like I can't understand why Masami wouldn't want to use the computer as soon as possible. Now that she got her computer back. Well, whatever. I guess I'll go ask Mayumi later.
さてと、私は仕事に戻りますか。
Like, we can ask her later. I set off to get today's work done to make up for the time lost going out earlier. Oh, the eye! Oh! Oh! Why did she run away back then? If only she had stood up for herself and said what had needed to be said, things would have never turned out the way they did. He's talking about Yumi? Or she, or whoever is like this eye? She ran away back then. But it just Yeah. And said what had needed to be, things would have never turned out the way they did. Does this person like know what will happen? Because nothing happened yet. If this eye is talking about Yumi running away, like not talking about he, then her running away like triggered. What? Okay. This is very interesting. Was like other eye text also talking in the similar manner? Like if that, then something would not happen? Was the other eye things the same? Or this is the first time I realized that? Anyway, that was weird. We'll see in the next episode what's going to happen. So yeah, Masami got her biocomputer repaired, and yeah, we'll see the next one. Let me know in the comments what you think about the episode, what's your theories, and about the eye and everything. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you next one. So click the like button if you liked the episode, subscribe for more, check my Discord, and become a member if you would like to support me and see episodes earlier. Thank you once again, and from Pocket Watch, let's get out.